All right, everybody. Welcome back to the Goated NFL show. We're just going to be going over some of the latest headlines this week. We're going to be starting off with, it's a headline, but it's also, we didn't cover the Monday night game at all. We haven't talked about it. So I'll just ask you, what did you think of the overall game? Was it something that were you just kind of expecting, like, oh, this is what the Bills kind of are at this point, or was it
Man,
surprising
it was a little bit
finish
of
for you?
both, to be honest. Because like I had told you before, I was like Bills by like a blowout. That's what I was thinking. Bills always go in these slumps, and then everyone starts counting them out, and then boom, they blow out a team, and that's kind of what I was expecting. And then first play, fucking James Cook fumbles, and I was like,
That was all bad.
one of those games, and it was it. I don't know. I feel like the Broncos, they've been playing good ball, like on defense, right? Their offense has been doing just enough. With the turnovers, they're still not a high potent offense. I still don't think Russ is like some elite quarterback. Granted, his
No,
numbers are really good, but he's been better. Obviously, last year he was the worst quarterback, arguably in the league. Um, but yeah, man, if I'm a Bills fan or if I'm the Bills, I'm concerned, bro, because a lot of these games, even some of the games they won, like versus the Giants. They should have lost. They could have lost easily.
100%.
Um, they could be like on one side. What are they right now?
5-5.
They're 5-5. On one side, they could be 8-2. On the other side, they could be like 3-7, bro. Like it's like it's
Exactly.
it. They're that kind of team, and I mean, you still trust Josh Allen just because he's that talented and like he's arguably the most talented quarterback in the league, but he's also one of the most turnover prone quarterbacks. And you could get away with turning the ball over when you're leading the league in touchdowns and carrying the offense. But at some point, like you got to read the room, like read the game you're playing in, read the situation you're playing in. And if you're in a certain type of game, you don't need to do too much. Like versus the Jets week one, they easily win that game if he's not throwing these crazy picks. Like that's a game where you just run the ball, take what the defense gives you, and you go out with the win. Like if it's a 2-point win, it doesn't matter, it's a win. But sometimes he does too much, and he tries to play every game like it's that Chiefs divisional game, and it cost them in the end. And I wouldn't say that's the reason they lost this game. I think there is a multitude of reasons, but I mean, turnovers, they got to get cleaned up.
Yeah, 4 turnovers, I think it was, in this game, and just that
One of
last
them
drive.
wasn't on him, like that Gabe Davis drop. That's not
Oh,
on
yeah,
him.
yeah. I'm just talking
But
about as a
then
team.
no,
As a
no, no, yeah.
team,
But
total
but then
four.
like the handoff, I like on one of those handoffs. I kind of give him like 50-50 blame with Cook, and then obviously Cook fumbled, and obviously he had a bad pick where he's trying to force the issue. But yeah, sorry, I cut you off. Sorry.
No, you're good, man. Yeah. I forgot about that handoff one. That one was weird. I was just like,
Yeah,
nothing's going right for y'all at this point. Like, if y'all can't even complete a simple handoff, you know? James Cook himself wasn't good. Obviously, coughed it up the first play, and
yeah.
on like one of the last drives of the game, you remember he got the ball knocked out again, but it bounced right back up into
He
his hands,
ran
and
it. Yeah.
he kept running. Yeah, so I'm just like, dude, like no one can hold on to the ball tonight. It seems like, and then they had a nice little drive at the end that took the lead. And then, Russell Wilson pulls his best Joe Flacco impression, gets the
That shit
pass
is.
interference. You
Man,
know,
respect Joe Flacco. He be throwing deep bombs, bro. In the Bronco
Joe
game,
Flacco was the fucking goat at drawing pass interferences,
he was the
bro.
goat at
Like
the deep ball.
undefeated,
Respect him.
undefeated. But yeah, so that happens. They get into
Broncos
field goal
legend too.
range, and the Broncos, like what they did at the end was like pretty risky overall because like they took the knee knowing they didn't have timeouts, but they had their field goal unit ready to go. But it's still at the same time, it's like you're kind of rushing them on the field. So I was like,
Yeah.
I don't know about this. Like I probably would have done something else there. So then he kicks it, he misses it. It looks like the Bills win, but then all of a sudden, 12 players on the
12
field,
man, bro. 12
and
man.
I could not believe my eyes, bro, when I saw that shit. And then, yeah, man, that's how they ended up losing. He gets another shot at it. He kicks the game-winning field goal, and Broncos win. But um, it's just it's always something with this team every week. It seems like and I
The
keep going
Bills
back
or the
to it.
Broncos?
The Bills.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I keep going back to
Oh
it.
my goodness. I just remembered something too. Fucking. You go ahead. We'll talk about it after.
Um, Yeah, they lost to the Patriots. Like, like that was like the first big red flag to me because the Bills always kind of have like these up and down moments. But the fact that the Patriots drove like 85 yards on them in a
Yeah, that was
minute
fucking
is
nuts, dude.
pretty embarrassing considering how the rest of the games for the Patriots have gone this year. So, um, yeah, man, the Bills like they're finished, man. Like they're in real danger of missing the playoffs now.
Yeah,
Like I didn't coming into this week, I didn't expect that to be the case. But
because no one
when you
thought
look
they'd
at
lose.
yeah, no, everyone thought kind of chalked this one up to a win. But if you look at the rest of their schedule, they still
It's
got the
tough.
Eagles, they still got the Chiefs, they still got the Cowboys.
Their next five
Right?
weeks is versus the Jets. They've already lost to the Jets. At the Eagles, at the Chiefs, versus Dallas, and then at the Chargers. And that's just the next five. I know they still got to play Miami in there somewhere.
Yeah,
Um, they lost to the Patriots. I mean, they still play them again. It's not looking good for them like
it's
at
not looking
all.
good at all. Like they're in real danger to miss the playoffs at this point.
Yeah,
Which would be a very disappointing considering like their expectations, what they've been the last couple of years. And yeah, and then coming out of this game, this led to Ken Dorsey's firing, the Bills' offensive coordinator, former offensive coordinator now.
yeah,
He's kind of been the scapegoat for this team for the
yeah.
last 2 years, ever since Daboll left to go to the Giants because he was their former play caller. But if you look at the numbers, they're pretty much identical from when Daboll and Dorsey both were the play callers for this team. They're always a top tier offense. It's been the turnovers. That's always what's killed this
I, I
team.
don't I don't I don't hate the move. I get it, but then it is kind of like you said, like the numbers are pretty much the same. It's just I don't think they have like an identity. I think they just be telling Josh Allen like go out there and like carry. And I think they need an offensive coordinator that's going to establish the run and just like put these receivers because the receivers other than Stephon Diggs, they're not good, bro. Like they're very mid. Like Gabe Davis is a mid wide receiver too, and if that, like he's not a good wide receiver too. He's ideally your third wide
Yeah,
receiver.
yeah, I think he's a
Um,
three personally.
and then the running backs, they're good, but they're not great. Like, and like a lot of players don't have like great position, like receivers or like they don't have great skill positions other than like the Niners, right, or the Bengals, Miami. But still, you still want competent, like you want competency overall. And I think another thing that I want to talk about is, bro, this Trayvon Diggs tweets telling like we got to get 14 up out of there, bro.
Yeah,
It's not a good look for Stephon, bro. Like at
it's
all.
a
This
bad
is
look for Stephon. I believe it's just his brother trying to figure out a way to try to get him to the Cowboys. Like I really think
yeah.
this is all this is. But
Even
yeah, I
then, you
mean,
got to be
it's
like,
still not good. Like
yeah, like as a big
at
brother, you got to tell him like, bro, you can't be.
exactly,
You're
yeah,
putting shit on me. Even if Stephon Diggs has
100%.
nothing to do with this, you got to tell him like, bro, you can't be tweeting this. Like people are gonna think I'm telling you this, or
He doubled down on it too.
yeah, maybe Stephon is telling Trayvon, to tweet shit like this, and that's even worse look. It's just not a good look at all.
And there's been a lot of smoke with the whole Dig shit because remember, like before the season started, there was like
Yeah,
reports coming out that he was like unhappy. So like, for all we know, like this could just be his, you know what I mean, his first thing being like, yeah, fuck y'all, I'm out. I want a new
yeah,
team, because he's seen how the season is going. But going back to the run game where you're talking about the Bills, I think James Cook is plenty good enough, but the problem is that it seems like they don't run it to him nearly enough because Josh
yeah.
Allen always
Bro,
has this habit of playing hero ball.
Latavius Murray is fucking getting more carry. Like I know he fumbled in the beginning of the game, but you got to give your best players the ball. Like Latavius Murray's
Uh,
33, bro. Like he's not. He should not be getting
I,
more carries
I
than
I thought
Cook.
they did. I thought they did a pretty good job of running the ball in this game. Like they gashed Denver all up and down the field in this
Yeah,
game, running the ball. But yeah, it's just there hasn't been enough of that this year. It's mostly
it's
just
not
been
consistent enough.
yeah, I just think they need more balance on their offense and try to take less off Allen's plate. And with Allen, bro, it's like you got to see some of these. Like he could have had a earlier pick, but that guy didn't drag his second foot. Like on like the
Yeah,
second,
yeah.
it was like the second throw of the game. He had already almost thrown a pick. So uh, I don't know, man. It's just kind of what he is. He leads the league in turnovers since he came in
He
to
leads
the
the league in
league.
touchdowns too, though. So like
And yeah, that's what I'm saying. He's such
yeah.
a all or nothing
Great.
player.
He's
It
such a
seems
great
like.
player, but he's like a bonehead. Like it's crazy.
Yeah, and the bottom line is it's just not good enough. Like when you're when your competition is Patrick Mahomes and Joe Burrow and now
Yeah,
Lamar Jackson and Tua and all these guys. Like, there's too many good quarterbacks in the AFC now for you to
yeah.
play this brand
In,
of
his division,
football.
bro. Like, yeah, too.
Especially in
Like you
playoff
said.
games, man, one turnover could make all the difference. Like that could easily swing the game. So,
I think
um,
we romanticize like that playoff game versus the Chiefs because like Allen was perfect. Like he
yeah,
let him like
it's
they
it's
left the
one of the
field winning.
greatest. It's one of the greatest
One
playoff
of the greatest
performances of
duels
all
ever,
time.
bro.
Yeah,
And we forget like even that year, like he had his ups and downs. Like he had a bad game versus the Falcons in the snow. I remember like just off the top of my head. He has those games, but then you see what he can be at like his best, and he's right there with Mahomes. It's just we're not getting that enough, and you don't need. But the thing is, you don't. He doesn't need to be that like every week. Some weeks you just got to take what the defense gives you. Like I said
especially
earlier.
especially against
Um,
some of these dog shit teams like the Patriots.
yeah,
Like you don't need to do a whole lot in order to beat them.
yeah.
But I don't know. It's just what he
But
does.
speaking of the game, I mean, the Broncos win, bro. That's two good. That's two solid wins in a row. Like the Chiefs, ugly win, but it's a divisional game. You take that one any day of the week. You take it. This week, you're going against the Bills, who like hindsight, we don't think are very good now, but coming in, people had them as a playoff lock, and they come and they win. Um,
On the
so let me,
road too.
yeah. So on Monday night, prime time. Let me give you the next 5 games, and you let me know if you think they have a shot at getting above 500 and turning this thing around. Because they're 4-5 right now. So, all right,
Yeah.
their next game, I think it's Sunday. It is Sunday night football. It's at home versus the Vikings. You got that as a winner, Al.
That's like a toss up. It's winnable though. I'll say that.
I think it's a win. I think they get at 500. Next week, at the Browns, no Deshaun. We'll talk about that in a little bit. Deshaun out for the year. No, versus the Browns, not at Browns, versus the Browns.
Yeah, another winnable game. Another winnable
Ah,
game.
I'll hold off on that because I want to see how the Browns look. But that's a tough defense. Uh, and then after that, at Texans, I think Texans could win that game.
Yeah, like that's why I'm struggling saying like win or loss because like these games kind of seem like toss
Yeah,
ups to me. That's what I'm
they're like
saying. It's like
50-50, like
if
honestly.
you'd asked me 3 weeks ago about the Broncos, I would have said these are all L's. Like
Oh yeah,
just
for
based on how they
sure.
were playing. So it's a big turnaround to say like that these games could be toss ups now.
And then after that, at Chargers in LA.
Yeah, of course. Chargers they could put up fucking 400 yards and 5 touchdowns from Justin Herbert and still lose. So anything's
Eh?
possible.
And
Yeah,
then
they got a shot, man, of getting that last playoff spot. I think they got a
yeah,
real shot.
if they and then they got and then the fifth week they're going at Detroit. I
I
think
think
that's
that's
a
probably a loss. Yeah,
yeah. But overall these games are winnable. Like like you said a couple weeks ago, like this offense still isn't great. Like I wouldn't have trusted this team to do anything. But their defense was dog shit.
that's what I'm saying.
Like
It
now their
was
defense looks good again. Like it looks like the Denver defense of like last year, which is kind of
exactly
crazy because they got 70 put on them. But I got to give it to Sean Payton, man. I've been hate watching, but hey, man, he's turned that team around. Like he's got it going in the positive direction right now. So I mean it's really possible. And the AFC is just it's real close everywhere. Like
100%. Yeah, like that last spot, it's gonna be a toss up who gets it. Because like Raiders are starting to come on. Raiders got 5 wins too. Um,
Yeah, that's kind of
I'm saying
fraudulent.
who knows? I'm just saying they
No,
got
no,
5 wins.
but no, yeah, but
They
like I'm
could,
just saying, like
you know what
they
I
they
mean?
beat the Giants and Jets, bro. Like, come on.
No, I hear. I'm not saying like
Yeah,
I'm
no,
impressed with
I
them, but
get
I'm
I
talking
get
about
what you're
like
saying.
they can get maybe the last spot. You know what I mean? So, uh, it's just up for grabs. But yeah, man, with the way Denver's playing right now, I mean they're probably out of the Caleb sweepstakes. So you know what
Oh
I
yeah,
mean? Looks
100%. They
like
got too many wins.
they're going to be running probably Russ for the duration of his contract, at least for
At least for the
next year.
next 2 year.
Yeah, but yeah, good win for them, and yeah, I mean, there's not much to say about the Bills at this point, man. Like
Yeah,
it just
yeah,
feels like their season's already over.
yeah. It's unfortunate because I love watching Josh Allen play. Like I know you're a Patriots fan, so you're probably like happy, but I love watching Josh Allen. Like and when he's on, he's on. But nah, yeah, this I they'd have to like win almost all their games and beat Miami just to win. They're not winning. I don't think they're winning the division at this point. I think that's done. They'd have to go
It's
on
not,
a crazy run.
it's not looking likely at this point.
Yeah, and then yeah. So but like I don't think we really got into it too much. What are your thoughts on like Ken Dorsey getting fired? Like, you think it was just
He's scapegoated, 100%.
yeah? Because
I
if they win, they don't fire him. Like 100%, they don't fire him.
yeah. I've been hearing Bills fans complain about Dorsey, but I heard Bills fans complaining a fuck ton about Brian Daboll too when he was there.
Yeah,
Um, I, the problem is their quarterback making all these stupid turnovers every single game. It's not a matter of play calling. It's a matter of your quarterback making the right play.
I think it's a
And
matter of
Josh
both.
Allen,
To
Josh Allen
be
hasn't.
fair,
Yeah, but I'm saying I don't look at any of their play calls and be like, oh fuck, they should have done this or done that. Like
yeah,
we
that's
said,
true.
their offense is still ranked super high, even at this point, right? Like they're still one of the
I
best
think that,
offenses
I
in
think
the
it's more
NFL.
on Josh. I think it's more on Josh Allen, good and bad though, because like I just don't think they have like they don't have any special like creativity. Like Miami, bro. Like what they're doing is like obviously McDaniel's the head coach, but they
Sure,
have. I think
yeah,
that's what the Bills need, bro. Because obviously,
that's hard to find though, man.
no,
It's really hard to
yeah,
find such a
it
creative play
is.
caller like that.
It is, but like that's if they want to be like, because I don't like their defense isn't getting it done anymore. Like obviously they're hurt.
In a perfect world, yeah, like that's what you want. But let's say they do get that guy. He's probably gone the next year, right? Because this what
Or
happens all the
unless
time.
Sean McDermott might be gone, bro. I mean,
Sure, I mean that's a possibility too. I don't see it personally, just because I think they've been in the playoffs every year since he's become the
I
coach.
think they need to fire him, bro.
But
Like,
you
I think
think?
he,
Okay.
I think there's a ceiling with him. Like, we already seen it. Like, they're not getting over the hump now. Like, it's been on the decline since they won the AFC Championship. Like, I know they lost the divisional round the next year in a great game, but it was a divisional round. Like, the Chiefs beat them like a game earlier, and then the next year they got smoked by Cincy. Like, they haven't shown any improvement these last 3 years. Like, they're getting worse. They're in worse spots. I don't want to say they're getting worse because
100%. No, they are getting worse. They're literally
no, oh
going down.
yeah,
They went
yeah.
from
But
AFC
I'm
title
saying,
game, divisional, wild
yeah,
card,
I'm
and now
saying the
maybe not
divisional game though.
playoffs.
The
So
divisional game, like obviously, like that's just a bad. Like you get a bad break, you face the Chiefs.
yeah,
But even
I
then,
hear
like,
you.
are we sure they beat Cincinnati that year? Like
That's what I
we
was
see
gonna
what,
say
yeah, we see
because
Cincinnati been
because
owning
that's
them.
the
Like
thing. That's the thing. That game was billed at the time, and no one believed
as
in
winners
Cincinnati at the
going,
time.
yeah, yeah. This one is going to the Super Bowl,
Everyone thought this is the real AFC Championship game. That's what people
and
thought
it
going
wasn't.
into it, and it
Respect, bro,
wasn't
baby.
because
Yeah,
because the Chiefs lost to the Bengals the very next week. So yeah, I believe they would have lost to Cincy anyway. So I mean, it would have been cool to say, oh, we've been to two AFC championships instead of one.
yeah.
But regardless, yeah, like they weren't sniffing a Super Bowl. They're just not as good as those two teams because those two teams got better quarterbacks who take care of the ball better. That's just really
Yeah.
what it is. So um,
Better weapons too. I mean,
yeah,
they had. I don't. I think the Chiefs right now is like kind of a toss up.
yeah.
But
I mean, I think it's kind of comparable at this point with the Chiefs and the Bills,
I would
just because like
honestly,
one elite target and then the rest mid. So
I'd probably take the upside of Kincaid and Dawson Knox is a solid tight end and Stephon Diggs over just Kelsey. I would probably take the Bills receiving core, but yeah, I mean, I'd take Mahomes. Obviously, I'm taking Mahomes every
exactly,
yeah.
that's what I'm saying. Like the better quarterback's gonna make worse guys look better, and
But I mean,
so.
if the Bills go on a run and they make the playoffs, then this is all noise. But I don't think that's happening this year at this point. But we'll see. We'll see. But let's talk about Deshaun Watson, bro. He's out for the year. I want to say it was like a shoulder injury or
Yeah, it's a
something,
shoulder.
something like yeah. But this is, I mean, this is just terrible for the Browns. Like he misses like half the season last year because of his suspension, because of the off-field issues. I don't want to get too into that. Obviously, he looked rusty. This year he comes back. He hasn't played great. He's been in and out of the lineup with injuries, and now he's done. Like so far, it's looking like a bust of a trade. And the Browns they were looking really like that defense is looking special, looking like maybe if they get in, they can make a playoff run. I don't have their schedule, but yeah, what are your thoughts on their situation and their playoff push And do you think they'll make the playoffs? Because right now I think they'd be in.
I still think they got a shot to make the playoffs. PJ Walker's done a solid enough job, I guess, of replacing Deshaun. As long as they focus on the run and rely on their defense, I think they could win They could win like 4 of their next 7, something like that, and then get the last spot. But just overall big picture for the Browns, and this is even before the Deshaun injury. It's a fucking disaster. Like, let's call it
Yeah,
what it is. Deshaun Watson, his cap hit next year is $64 million.
it's crazy.
Okay, he's the highest. Well, he's probably not the highest paid anymore, but he's
Most guaranteed.
all most guaranteed
Yeah,
money
all
in the
guaranteed
league.
money.
All guaranteed. And the problem is, like, yeah, he looked good last week, but for the
But
most part, if you look at PJ Walker's numbers and his numbers, they're very comparable. PJ Walker is and that's the problem. You're paying this guy 60 million a year to be a replacement level quarterback. So yeah, I
and then
mean,
if you look at the game, like in the fourth quarter, like when he went perfect, it was nothing. It was nothing super impressive. It was just like he just wasn't forcing the issue like earlier that game. So even then, like he hasn't looked great at all. Like honestly,
yeah, I think people were kind of just hyping that up because it's like, oh fuck,
because
like
I just kind
he
of look
didn't
at the
look
box
dog shit
score.
for
Yeah,
once.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, so. But yeah, it is what it is with the Browns. They dug their own grave with this guy. Despite all the off the field
Off
shit that we talked about
allegations.
in the
Yeah.
previous place. So yeah, I
I
mean
just
it's
think
on
it.
them.
I think it's just karma, bro. Like you believe what you want, but like off the field issues, Grant. Like it's like a desperate franchise doing desperate moves, and
That's
this is the
100%
result.
what it was.
This is the result you get, bro. Like
That's
yeah,
100% what that was. They gave out a contract that no quarterback will probably ever get again just to
no
get
one
this
will
guy.
get. Not
Yeah,
even. Yeah,
Um, and another thing like that people were bringing up too is like they had Josh Dobbs on the roster.
that's fucking crazy. Yeah, they traded
They
him
had him, and
for
they traded
pennies,
him.
bro, to the
Yeah,
Cardinals
because they thought DTR was ready because of his preseason performance, and then
preseason.
DTR came in and he was awful in the one game that he started.
Yeah,
So it's unfortunate because if Josh Dobbs is still their quarterback, you could easily
they
see
probably make
them
a playoff
make
rush.
technically
Run.
you probably because you could argue Josh Dobbs is probably better right now than Deshaun Watson.
Nah,
So
and that just goes to show preseason really don't mean that much either. Because
not one bit.
I saw like a video.
Kenny Pickett was
I,
like the greatest quarterback of all
CJ
time.
CJ Stroud didn't look good in the preseason, and
Oh
people
yeah, he
were
threw a
chatting. People were saying, "Oh, he's a bust." I was
yeah.
like, "Bro, relax, give the kid
He
a."
threw a bad pick. I remember to Jonathan Jones when they played the
Yeah,
Patriots in
versus
the
the Patriots,
preseason.
and now look at him, bro. He's arguably an MVP
Exactly.
candidate. This is off topic. If the Texans make the playoffs and they win their division, it's gonna be off of his back, and I think he has a strong chance of winning MVP. But I don't know. I don't see
I
it.
think he's going to be an MVP candidate. I don't think that they're going to have enough wins for him to get there. I still think
If
Mahomes is is
I
always
don't
going to be
think the
there.
wins will matter too much as long as they win the division. But his stats have to be there, so we'll see. Like that's projecting too far for me. Like we still got 7 games left, or
Right.
8 games depending. So we'll see. But I mean, nah, he's been amazing.
100%. 100%. Yeah. Um. Is there anything else
Nah,
news wise, or was that it?
not really. Just pretty much that. It's kind of a slow week for
Yeah.
NFL. Or maybe there's something we're missing, but yeah, nothing off the top of my head.
All right. You just want to get into these picks then?
Well, let's go over the Bengals. Like that's gonna be a big game. We'll go over the Bengals Ravens. Then we go through the picks.
For
So
sure.
this is a big game for the Bengals because like the Bills, they're 5-4 heading into this game, and if they lose, they're 5-5, and they're outside looking in. So this is a must win for Cincinnati. Baltimore just came off that heartbreaking L to Cleveland. They're 7-3. It's still possible the Bengals could like win the division if they win out, or not win out, but like beat the Ravens, win their division games. But it's gonna be tough. But if they lose, it's likely they miss the playoffs. So like overall, what do you think? How do you think tomorrow's gonna go? What do you think?
First of all, I just want to ask: is T. Higgins going to be back
He's out.
for
He's
this
out.
game?
He's out. Yeah,
Yeah.
tough. Not ideal.
Yeah, it's tough because both these teams are coming off really bad losses. games they could have won. Ravens are at home. I'm gonna take the Ravens to win this game, man. Yeah,
Yeah.
T Higgins being out. The Ravens are one of the best defenses in the league. Yeah, I'm picking the Ravens to win this one, man. I think it's gonna be close. It's not gonna be like a complete beatdown like it was last time, like when Joe Burrow was kind of hobbled.
It
You
wasn't a
know,
complete beatdown, but Ravens won like
pretty
solidly.
handily.
Yeah,
Yeah.
handily.
But yeah, I think it'll be close. But with the Ravens being at home and Bengals being out a couple of key guys, I think the Ravens are gonna get this.
And then the Bengals, and then not Bengals. Joe Burrow. There's a picture of him on the social media page, like he had like a wrist brace or something, and then they deleted it. So that's something
Oh
to look out for
no!
too.
Oh no!
Yeah,
I'm sure.
but
I'm sure it's fine. But yeah, he's
nah,
probably just a little sore.
I'm torn, bro. Like obviously, I love Burrow. I love Jamar Chase, and I like what the Bengals do on offense. But fuck, dude, this is a tough game. This is a tough ass game. Lamar. I'm sure he wants to bounce back. He was amazing against Cincinnati when they first met up. Was it week 3 or week 2?
Yeah.
He took whatever he wanted. He was elusive. Um, I know the Bengals were missing Sam Hubbard last week, and I kind of was saying he was mid or whatever, but like you felt the impact because C.J. Stroud kept moving out in and out of the pocket last week,
Exactly.
and it showed. Bro, I'm gonna go with the Bengals, man. I think they need this, bro, and I think Burrow. I trust Burrow. I trust Burrow. That's my guy. So it's a tough game though. It's gonna be a good game for sure.
I hear you. I think the thing with the Bengals is I believe that they could recover from being 5-5 better
Yeah,
than
I think
almost any team. We've seen them
they're
have slow starts and they rip off like a
yeah
few straight. So I think that's probably what's going to happen. I think they'll lose this game, but then probably win like the next four.
yeah. But the thing too is if they lose, they'd be like 0-4 in the no 0-3 in the division, and then like in their conference they have like one win in the AFC. So like they need a win. Like they need a win
They
badly
need
because
it. No, they
because
need it.
the only
Just
tiebreaker they have right now would be with the Bills, and I don't think the Bills are making the playoffs. So, like, cause if they're in a tiebreaker with the Texans, Texans got the win.
yeah, right.
Um, they lost to the Titans earlier this year. Fuck, dude. Yeah, it'll be tough. But nah, yeah, I'm for sure expecting a tight game. I think it's gonna be like what quarterback doesn't make the mistake. Cause yeah, it's gonna be a close game. All right, we'll get into the NFL Week 11 picks. All right, Week 11 NFL preview. We already went over Bengals Ravens. You got the Ravens. I got the Bengals. Thursday night football. Next game up, Steelers at Browns. Both these teams 6-3. They're pretty much tied in the division right now. Obviously, Deshaun's out. Who you got?
I got the Steelers, man. They like I said, they say it every week. They find ways to win these close games, and that's what it's going to be. Um, yeah. So whether it's DTR or PJ Walker for this game, I think I heard something earlier. I don't know if I just read it wrong on Twitter, but they were saying like DTR could be the starter for the game.
I
Um,
think I saw that too. I think
yeah.
I saw.
I don't trust him at all against this D
No,
line. I think he's
yeah,
going to really struggle, man. Yeah. I think the Steelers.
and
They're
their
not a way
their
better
pass rush
team.
is too good, and their Browns
Yeah,
are depleted on the O line. So yeah, I like
yeah.
the Steelers as
That's
well.
what I'm worried about. I like the Steelers to win this game,
Even with Deshaun, bro, you could argue the Steelers could win.
100%.
All right, next game up, Raiders at Dolphins. Raiders 5-5, Dolphins 6-3, looking to take firm control over that AFC East.
Yeah, man. I got the Dolphins. I just don't think the Raiders are going to be able to keep up offensively. What they done last week, the last 2 weeks, I should say, very impressive. They're look like they were dead in the water, but like they're still alive for a playoff spot. Despite
Yeah,
everything you want to say. But yeah, I just think they're running to a much better team. Dolphins live off beating bad teams. That's how I still think the Raiders are.
yeah, that's how they make their
So
bread.
yeah, exactly. So
Uh,
yeah, I got the
yeah,
Dolphins winning this one.
I got the Dolphins pretty comfortably by at least 2 scores. I don't think it's gonna be even close. But next game up, Bears at Lions.
Yeah, Justin Fields is back, but it's not going to matter.
I was
Yeah,
about to say, brother, that shit does not move me at all.
yeah. So, yeah, man, I got the Lions. Lions.
Yeah,
What can you say, man? They're playing great
they're
football right
they're
now.
solid, man. It
Seven and
feels
two,
crazy
right?
to say they're 7-2. It feels crazy to say they're underrated, but I feel like they're underrated just because they're the Lions. No one really gives them that respect. I
I
feel
think they're
like
properly rated because we see what happened when they faced like some real elite comp. Like, I don't know. I think they're
because they
properly
lost to
rated.
Seattle, right, and then they got smoked by the Ravens. I don't know, man. I think it was just I think you chalk it up as just a bad week.
That was a
Obviously, I
really
don't.
bad week.
Yeah,
That was really bad.
but I mean, you see what the Ravens could do to these teams that like, especially the NFC teams, like they don't face. Like Lamar just beats up on the NFC.
True, true.
He's like 17-1
Oh
or
yeah,
some
yeah.
shit like that.
He destroys the NFC for his
Yeah,
career. Yeah.
yeah, he's amazing. Um, Next game up, Titans at Jaguars.
I got Jacksonville, man. Yeah, they got exposed last week. Call what you want to call it. It's very clear that they weren't as good as what their record says they were. But yeah, that being said, they're still a better team than the Titans to me. Will Levis
Yeah,
kind of came back down to earth last
yeah,
week. Not like he ever lit it up. Like the first week he had like 4 touchdowns, which is nice.
yeah.
But after
First week starting he was amazing, but yeah, after
yeah,
that he's just kind
after
of been
that, not much. So yeah, I got Jacksonville winning this game. I think it'll
yeah.
be kind of close though. Probably like 23-16. I think it'll be kind of close.
Yeah, I got Jacksonville pretty comfortably by like probably like a touchdown, but like the game will be like it won't ever be in doubt in my opinion. But next game up, the Chargers at Packers.
Shit, this is a mid off.
Nah, respect Herbert, bro. He's gonna go off.
No, I'm talking about
I got
team
the Chargers.
wise.
Yeah,
Team
yeah, team
wise,
wise.
obviously Herbert's the shit. Okay, but I'm just
Yeah,
saying.
I got the Chargers by a comfortable amount.
I'm gonna take the Chargers. I don't think it's gonna be a comfortable amount. I think it's gonna be close.
Nah, I don't
Chargers
trust
don't.
Jordan Love to do anything,
Chargers
bro. I'm gonna be
Chargers don't
honest.
blow anybody out, man. Like that's what you gotta remember. They don't really blow anybody out.
That's true. That's true.
So yeah, I'm gonna take the
This is
Chargers just
important too
because.
for like play like in terms of playoff race. Like they're 4-5, they get 5-5. You know they're in there with the Bills,
Exactly.
Broncos, Bengals. They're in that discussion for like
Hundred
getting the
percent.
wild card spot.
But yeah, like I said, like I trust their quarterback way more, so I got the Chargers
Yeah.
winning this one.
All right. Next game up. This is sneaky. An interesting game. Cardinals at
It
Texans.
is. Yeah, this is kind of fun now with
Just
Kyler
because
being
of Kyler,
back.
just because Kyler, and Kyler
Yeah,
looked good, like coming back. He looked good, like athletically, like mobile. He was mobile. He was a little rusty, like throwing the ball. But I think what I was concerned with more was like him running the ball and how he was going to look off the ACL injury. And he looked firm, bro. So this
yeah.
is interesting. I got the Texans winning, but I think it will be pretty close.
Um, some tells me Arizona's going to win this game, so
I
I'm
can
gonna
see
take
that too. I can see
I'm
that
gonna
too.
take Arizona, man. Yeah, I think the Texas defense is still not very good.
Outside of those
You
two
know,
picks, Burrow was pretty like he was moving the ball up and down the fourth quarter. But
yeah. So
the
I
two
think
picks were costly. The two picks were
yeah,
costly.
100%. But I think Kyler's going to do his thing in this game. I think it's going to be close. I think it's going to be relatively high scoring too. It's probably going to be one of the most entertaining games, to me at least.
Yeah,
But
I
yeah,
feel like 31-28 or something like that.
I'm gonna take the Cardinals to win a close one.
Yeah, I got the Texans, but like I wouldn't be shocked either way. Next game up, Cowboys at Panthers. I think we both know this is
Oh
Bag's
well,
bag right here. He's about
yeah,
to go
man,
off for like 300 yards, 4 touchdowns. I got
yeah,
Cowboys by like 20.
yeah. This is one of those classic Cowboys blowout games. Like they're gonna win like 35-7, something
Nah, yeah.
crazy like that. Like
Cowboys
yeah,
love beating up on these tomato can teams, bro.
they do. Yeah, Panthers got no shot at
Yeah.
all.
Next game up, fucking stink off right here. Giants at Commanders.
Yeah, I'm not gonna take the Giants a single game where Tommy DeVito's the quarterback.
Yeah.
So, yeah, Sam Howell, what can you say, man? He's playing really good
He's a
football.
baller, man. He's good. He's a good player.
Yeah, and
I got the
he should
Commanders too.
dominate. Yeah, he should dominate this defense. So yeah, Commanders not much to say. I just think they're a way better team.
Yeah. I think they just have better quarterback, better weapons, better overall team. Next game up, Bucks at 49ers.
Yeah, man. 49ers, same thing. Similar to what I said about the last game. 49ers just a way better team. Bucks, they got the win last week, but just overall, I just think they're running too much talent on the Niners side
Yeah.
of it. So, yeah, Niners are home too. Yeah, this should be
Yeah.
pretty easy, I think, for them. Yeah, Niners winning big this week.
Yeah, I got the Niners. They're fully healthy. The Bucks, like they they have these moments, but overall, I don't trust Baker against an elite defense like this. I got Niners comfortably. Your screen's all black, by the way. I don't know what's going on with that. But
Okay.
next game up, Jets at Bills. 4-5 Jets versus the 5-5 Bills.
Dude, this game.
Crazy.
I'm gonna take the Bills, man. I'm gonna take the Bills. They're at home.
Yeah, they gotta
Um,
win one of these, right?
they
Eventually.
have to. This is a absolute must win. With the rest of their schedule, they could not afford to lose this
They can't
game.
afford any else.
That's probably
Yeah.
gonna put some pressure on him, and Josh Allen's gonna, Josh Allen struggles against his defense too. But that's something we gotta
No,
remember
yeah, he's like one and
over the
two in
last
the
couple
last
of
three
years.
meetings.
Yeah, so it wouldn't surprise me if the Jets win, but Zach Wilson is playing so bad as of late. I'm gonna take the Bills to win this game.
Really, you think he's been bad? I don't
He's
know.
been bad the last couple of weeks. He's been bad.
I don't think he's been bad. I don't know. I don't really know. I feel, I guess just because he was so bad, like last year, so bad his rookie year, and I think just him not turning the ball over is like moved me a little bit. But yeah, I guess he's been.
Like we said before, he moved from the 32nd best quarterback to like the 26th best quarterback. So I get that's an improvement, but
Yeah, I
he's still
get. Yeah,
ass.
man, he has so much talent, bro. It's crazy.
Aura
Next
too,
game up.
off the field. Milf Hunter.
Hey, W Riz, bro. W Riz. Next game up, Seahawks at Rams.
I mean, who's starting? Is Stafford back?
I think
Is it going to be
Stafford's supposed to be
Carson
back.
Wentz?
I think Stafford's back.
If
You're
Stafford's
back.
back, I'm gonna take the Rams. Yeah, we saw what they were able to do to the Seahawks. Week 1 was it? Week 1 or week
Yeah.
2? So yeah, I think with Stafford, the Rams can stylistically, matchup wise, I think they can be better than the Seahawks. Maybe not overall record, that'll be the case by the end of the season, but head to head with the Seahawks, I'll take the Rams if Stafford's a quarterback.
Yeah, I got those Seahawks. I think week one was kind of like, weird week. We were filling these teams out, new teams constructed. And we were both shocked. I think we both had the Seahawks week one. And, obviously Rams
Yeah.
took care of business. I think Seattle will take care of business. In LA, it's not much of a home field advantage, so I got Seahawks. Next game up, Sunday Night Football, Vikings at Broncos. That man, Josh Dobbs.
I'm taking Dobbs, bro. I'm taking Dobbs. Yeah, Broncos. I mean, they've handled their business the last couple of weeks. Defense has been way better. Offense is still questionable. I still don't think Sean Payton trusts Russ 100%.
For sure he doesn't.
Just based off some of they were checking the ball down like crazy in that Bills game.
Just the play calling, the way
it
they
was
call the game.
Super safe. Like he was like afraid of him like making up a stupid pick or something.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Understandable.
I mean, based off his Broncos career so far, it wouldn't be surprising. But yeah, man, I love the way Josh Dobbs is playing. I think this team's rallying behind him. I think they look at him as like a leader. Yeah, I got the Vikings
might come
winning this
back.
game. Yeah, man. Like there's good vibes all around for this team right now. So, yeah, I got the Vikings winning this one.
Contrary to popular belief, though I am a Sean Payton and Russ hater, I think the Broncos win on Sunday night, man. I think at home, they're on a how many games have they won in a row? Like 3 games? I don't know. I know
Something
for
like
sure
that.
2. I know for sure 2 games. They're on a heater right now, man. They beat the Chiefs, Bills, back-to-back weeks. Yeah, I think the Broncos win, man. I think Dobbs was really good the first half versus the Saints. Second half, they kind of struggled. They only put up 3 points. Um, I think Broncos defense has been amazing since pretty much since that 70 point game. They've locked in, especially versus KC. Though, even on Thursday night when they lost, they were good in that game.
Yep.
And then
Yep.
they've just been locked in. And Surtain, man, he's been amazing. So even if Jefferson's back, I could see that being a game where he doesn't do too much. Pat Surtain had Stephon Diggs with like 3 catches, 30 something yards. I like them this week.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
And then
Um, yeah, man. Game of the week.
last game, yeah, this should. I don't know, man. It's supposed to be game of the week. Monday Night Football, Eagles at Chiefs. I think this could be a blowout, bro. I don't know. Call me crazy.
Really?
I think Philly could go in there and like handle business, bro. I do not. You know what? Let me slow down. Eagles secondary is still questionable. Chiefs receivers aren't very good either, though. But I like the Eagles. I like the Eagles high scoring game. I think they'll win. I don't want to say comfortably because I caught myself. Eagles secondary isn't great, but if they blow them out, it wouldn't surprise me either. I like the Eagles though.
I think the Chiefs take this one, man. Yeah. I just think Mahomes and plus Andy Reid, he probably takes pleasure in beating the Eagles,
Yeah, that's
just
true. That's
always
true.
a revenge game for him. So he's probably gonna be drawing some crazy shit up for this one.
Trying
Yeah.
to get those
I
bums
don't
open.
I don't know if Taylor Swift's gonna be at the game. Obviously that makes a huge difference. But
Obviously, Travis Kelce turns into prime Gronk when she's in
exactly.
attendance.
So yeah, I just think the Eagles have been even though they're 7-1 or 8-1, whatever the hell they are, they look beatable.
Yeah, that's
Constantly, they
true.
look vulnerable. And I think Patrick Mahomes, being the best in the league, he's going to take advantage of those vulnerabilities and do his thing and get the win for the Chiefs.
Yeah, yeah, I think the Eagles win comfortably, but you got to respect the Chiefs. So like, if they win, I'm not gonna go, oh my God, what a shocker. But yeah, I like the Eagles, man.
Yeah,
I just think I like what Hurts and AJ Brown have been doing over there. They got Smith, they got
they've been killing it.
Swift.
Brown's
They've
been
been,
killing it.
yeah. He's arguably number 2 in the league after Tyreek, but we'll
Yeah,
see.
he's
We'll
been
see.
unreal.
And then teams on the bye this week. Your Patriots, my Saints. I'm sure everyone couldn't care less about those teams, Falcons and Colts. But
A
yeah,
lot of
man.
mid on the bye this week.
Yeah, a lot
But
of a lot of ass teams not playing, which is good for us. We don't got to watch.
yeah, yeah. I think it's a much it's a much needed buy for the Patriots, man. I don't even know what the fuck this team's gonna look like when they come back. Like I don't know, is Will Greer gonna be the starter? Fucking Bailey Zappi?
You guys are going to
Who knows?
7 game heater, bro,
Okay, yeah. I don't
and
know.
make the playoffs.
Belichick always does shit to like fool the media on purpose too, because the Patriots practiced today and Mac Jones practiced. He was the number one quarterback in practice,
I'm
but I
pretty
feel
sure
like
he's gonna be the number 1, bro. Honestly,
when game day comes, it's not going to be him, bro. And like, there's already reports coming out that like he lost the locker room and shit. Like the players aren't even behind him anymore. At that
who
point,
Mac? Yeah,
yeah. At that point, you just got to move on, man. Like it's not getting better. He's making the same mistakes every week. And the players don't like him, so he's got no
that's
redeeming.
crazy. Being a
He's got
quarterback
no.
and your team not liking you is just
That's what I'm
crazy.
saying. He's got no redeeming qualities about him at this point. So you're better off just moving on to somebody else. I think Mac's going to be a 49er next year.
Yeah,
I think Kyle Shanahan's going to give up like a 6th-round pick and get him, and then have back up Brock Purdy next year. But
yeah. Him being a backup to Brock Purdy would be something.
yeah, but I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens. He's
I,
definitely done as a Patriot, though. You can book that.
I'm feeling confident in my picks this week. I'm not gonna lie. Last week was a tough one. We both went like 7-7. This week, I think I smell another 15-1. Man, I'm not gonna lie to you.
You can't rely on those every week, bro. You got
Yeah.
lucky one week. All
Nah,
right.
I wasn't lucky. I was fucking cooking, bro. I knew what I knew, man. I told you about that Broncos Chiefs game. I told you, but you're crazy. I was like, hey, man, trust the process.
Yeah, I
I
guess
thought
so.
it. If I'd have just picked those Titans, man, it's unfortunate. I would have had a perfect week. But yeah, that'll do it for these NFL news, NFL picks. You got anything you want to add?
Nah, man. That's about it. Quick show this week, but like we
Yeah,
said, it's a slow week in terms of news, so wasn't a whole lot to go over. But
yeah. You seen my goat Luca, man, MVP. They're like 9-3. Luca,
well,
baby.
Celtics are 9-2, bro. You see that one against
Yeah,
Sixers tonight?
yeah. No one cares about them, little bro.
Down two starters. Celtics went into
uh,
Philly and won, so I'll take
yeah.
that. I was watching that game right before we went on, so. But yeah, man, I saw
Okay.
Dame. At least I saw in the first half he was doing some shit. Like he was hitting threes from the
Oh, was
logo.
he?
Yeah, but Giannis is out, so I'm thinking it's like, is he playing
Nah.
better because he's the number one tonight, like without Giannis? But
Damn. Why?
well, I
Why
mean,
is Giannis out?
I don't know. It's probably some
Like
rest
rest or
most
some
likely.
shit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Bucks got the win though, 128 to 112, and
Damn.
yeah,
Hey, my Bucks are back, baby. Let's get it.
yeah, Damian Lillard 37 points, 13
Oh damn,
assists.
he popped off. Hear the noise, man. Hear the washed allegations.
Shit, I guess so. Malik Beasley 30 points. Mr.
What
New
the
Drew
fuck?
Holiday.
Malik Beasley
I
dropping
told you,
30 is
bro. He's
crazy, bro.
streaky. He's streaky. He hit eight
Oh my
threes. That's
goodness.
kind of what he does. He'll hit eight threes
Nah,
one game
yeah.
and hit one the next game. So,
You see,
um,
bro, the Clippers need to get rid of Harden, bro. Oh my God, that's just a disaster. I wasn't a fan from the beginning, and you could vouch for me. I did
no, no,
not want him.
you never wanted him. I'll give you credit for
Yeah.
that. I just think
And then he's
I don't
saying,
know,
"Oh, we
man.
get this thing clicking. It's gonna be scary." Like, bro, shut your
Yeah,
fat ass up, bro. Like, what are we doing
that's
here?
what he's saying. He's saying like, yeah, man, I'm out of shape. I didn't have a training camp. I was like, isn't that your fault though? Like you didn't report.
Yeah, bro.
It's not like you were forcefully kept out. Like
Bro's always clubbing, man. Jesus
yeah.
Christ. Guy's gross. I hate him.
He's the ultimate
I've
ultimate
always hated
sabotager, bro.
Harden, man. I've always hated that guy.
He's just not reliable, and it's just right now it's just not a good fit with this team. And Ty Lue's standing on that shit, bro. He's saying I'm
He's
not
standing
changing the
on
starting
business,
lineup.
man.
He's
Like, I guess.
I'm just keeping the starting lineup the same. So okay, buddy,
He's
like good luck with
he's
that.
crazy for that,
He's just
bro.
trying to stroke all their egos at this point. Like he doesn't want to sit one of them down.
You gotta sit Russ, man. Like, I love Russ, but you can't have him and Harden starting. And Harden fucking would sabotage his team if you sat him. Like, that's not even a possibility.
Well, yeah, their Clippers got Daniel Tice, man, Celtics legend, Daniel Tice.
Oh
What do you
my god,
think?
he's probably god awful. He's probably ass, bro. I'm gonna
No,
be honest.
he's a good backup center. Like that's
Uh,
what he is. I think because Mason Plumlee got hurt, so y'all brought in
yeah. Oh, did you see
Daniel
that
Tice.
that tweet from like fucking 7 years ago? It was like the Clippers offered Blake Griffin and like some players for like for Joker.
Oh, for real?
Nah, but obviously the Nuggets declined it. Like, but I was like,
Smart.
damn, Clippers were cooking. Let me see
The
if I can
Clippers
pull
are
it up.
trying to like jump on the Jokic shit before anybody else knew. Because Jokic had a good rookie season. Like he averaged like 10, 8, and 3 or something like that. And everyone's like, okay, like this is a good
Okay,
second round
let
player.
me read you the trade. Clippers offered Blake Griffin and Lance Stevenson to the Nuggets for Farid Gallinari, Will Barton, and Nikola Jokic. And obviously Denver declined that shit. That was like when
Good,
Blake was still Blake, obviously.
yeah, good thing for them.
Nah,
Because
yeah.
that would sabotage their whole franchise.
Nah, yeah. I
But
tweeted, I
yeah,
was like, damn, Clippers almost cooked. I was like, this close. Oh,
yeah.
man.
It was so weird the whole Blake thing during the time because I remember like because I remember like Celtics fans like when Blake hit free agency, I was like, oh fuck, should we get Blake? This and that. This is like 2017.
Yeah.
And then the Clippers brought back Blake, and they were like, "Oh, you're the face of the
And
franchise."
then
You're
they
this.
fucking traded
They
him the next
traded
year.
his ass mid-season for Tobias
Oh, it
Harris.
was
I was like,
mid-season, bro.
literally that
Yeah.
season they traded him. I was like, "Damn, bro, y'all
And
are
then he didn't want
cold."
to shake their hand, like
Oh
when they
yeah,
face off, which I
yeah.
understand. I understand
Oh yeah,
completely.
Steve Ballmer. Yeah, he just ran away from. That shit was
Nah, that's
crazy,
fucking
man. I
crazy.
was like,
They got
NBA.
Tobias Harris,
That's a
man.
cold business, bro.
Yeah, yeah. Clippers legend Tobias Harris. J. Cole twin right there.
J Cole.
Nah, that shit breaks
He
my heart,
does.
man. The way we did Blake dirty breaks my heart.
Yeah, I think.
And then he ruined his own career by playing with the Pistons in the playoffs injured. like trying, like he wanted to win
Yeah,
like so bad. He hurt his career, man. I mean, because he was in a different bag with the Pistons, bro. He had like a jump shot.
he was
He
killing
was
it.
he was amazing, bro. That first year, he was amazing.
Yeah, he was. He was special.
Breaks my heart, man. He was special. He really was a special player, man. You just had to be there. He's one of those guys you had to be there to watch, for real.
100%. Yeah, you could
Shit,
just go
shit
back and watch
sad.
the highlights and see it. You know what I
His
mean?
dunks were
He's
crazy,
got
but
he's
he
got
then
one
he
of the
added like
greatest
that.
highlight packages of all time.
He added that bank shot. He added a little jumper, and then eventually when he went to Detroit, he added the 3-point game. He was good, man. He was good.
100%. Yep,
Yeah,
legend. Y'all should bring
Celtics
him back,
legend,
bro.
man.
Yeah,
For real,
Clippers should
facts,
bring him
bro.
back for the
Facts,
vibes, bro.
bro.
Up the vibes of
Facts,
this
bro. I'm
team.
here for it. I'm here for it, bro. Man, I'd
Something
be
like
here for
that.
it. No, he would never want to play for us again. I understand. I
I don't
understand.
know. I think he would go back. I do. I think at this point he's probably over it. You know what I mean? Like time
Yeah,
heals
that's
all
true.
wounds. Like I
That's
I don't
facts,
think he's
bro.
sweating it anymore. You know. So uh, but yeah, man,
CM Punk, bro. He said he never come back to WWE. He's coming back, bro. I'm speaking into
he's coming
existence.
back. He's coming back, man. Never say never. Like
And what's Survivor Series, by the way?
Survivor Series is next Sunday. Next,
Ah,
not
okay,
not this
next week.
Sunday. Next week. Yeah.
Damn, what's next Sunday? What's next Sunday's game?
Or it might be
We
no, it's probably Saturday. It's probably
we
Saturday.
might have to do it. Might have to do a Survivor Series recap, bro.
I'm down. Fuck it, man. I'm
Yeah,
down. Yeah.
we'll see. We'll see if the matches are stinky. Might have to count me out. But
You never know with WWE, man. It's like it'll be
no,
a
yeah,
big card, like it'll look good on paper, but then when you watch the
yeah, just
match, it's
dog
just like
shit.
it's kind of mid.
Yeah,
Yeah, but yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Like if CM Punk comes, like obviously, you know
I'm
that's
here. I will be
yeah,
there. If
that's
he's
pod
there, if
worthy.
he's
That's
there,
pod
count me
worthy.
on
If
the
CM
show.
Punk's
Count
there,
me on
yeah.
the show. Count me on the show.
But
But yeah,
yeah.
man. Anything else that, or we're just
Nah,
yapping again?
yeah, we're just yapping, man. We're just trying to add some time to this show because it was a little
Yeah,
short. So, but
but
yeah, man, we'll see y'all in the next one. Yeah, have a good one,
peace.
guys.